everybody, my name is Brooklyn, otherwise known as the Dramatic Otaku, and welcome to Scorpio season. I don't know why I did that with my hands, but yes, this Scorpio season, we are doing something a little bit special, as I didn't really know what to do for this Scorpio season because I've already done anime characters, I've done Scorpio vibes, I've done, what did I do last year? Scorpio makeup look. So let's add on to last year's Scorpio season from a makeup look into a full outfit. Yes, I'm going to be sewing a outfit for my birthday, and I'm going to be wearing this on my birthday. For once, this is actually filmed like a week beforehand, so yeah. And I am cosplaying Kobeni from Chainsaw Man. And yeah, so the point of making this outfit is so that I can wear it on my birthday, and or if not on my birthday, on my party, or family party, which is the next day, or I get to wear it out shopping with my best friend, because we're gonna go do that sometime on the week of my birthday. So yeah, that's what's gonna be happening, and let's just jump right into the sewing portion. We're gonna be sewing 3 things. This is the design that I have, kind of. We're going to be sewing some pants, we're going to be sewing a top, and maybe an overshirt. I think I'm going to hold off on the overshirt, but definitely pants and a top. So let's just jump into it. Spoilers for later in the video, but I dye my hair red. Still got a little bit of blue, and I do like the little like stripes of bluish purple that I have in my hair still. I personally liked personally liked the blue raspberry thing I had going on before. Not a huge fan of the red, and I've essentially dyed my pillow fucking pink. You know how I said I was doing a pants and a shirt? Well, I have worked out how to do the shirt. However, I don't think I'm gonna have it done in 3 days, especially since I have plans the entire week. So, I'm going to work on the shirt off camera because I think I need to make a few mock-ups before I make the actual proper shirt. The shirt will be coming to this channel eventually. You don't need to see cat butt. You don't need to see cat butt. But yes, the shirt will be coming eventually, both of them, because I do want to use those fabrics for those shirts. But that will be all for, the pants will be all for this Scorpio season, since they're the only thing that was really the Scorpio themed thing in my fucking outfit. And the end of this video will be me styling the pants with some stuff that I bought a while ago with my new red hair, and I'll be going out on the town. So yeah, let's get on with the making of my pants. Man, you drank from my water. How dare. How dare. That is my water. I swear to God, my back is turned for 20 seconds and she's drinking from my water. And she does it again! So the notes I have for this pants is that before we actually probably begin the video, which I know I've delayed like 3 times now, but I got this pattern off of Bootstrap Fashion, meaning it's a pattern that's specifically made to my sizes. If you go to their website, you can like go on literally any pattern and punch in your details and then buy the pattern to fit your details. You just have to print off the pattern. This is not sponsored, I'm just saying this is where I got the fucking pattern. So I didn't really need to do a lot of measuring, just hoping that my measurements fit the same as they did a year and a half ago. So that also there was a few things that there was a lot of things that I did off camera, because I was actually waiting for a phone call for a job interview the entire time I was sewing these. I had to wait for about 4 days for that interview because they didn't give me a time, and so huge chunks of this build is actually missing. Also, the fact that this is the first time I was darting literally anything, and we'll get to that in a second. So literally the first things that I did for this project was cut out the pattern pieces, stuck them together with tape, did that in reverse order, stuck them together and then cut them out. I then cut out all the pieces into the fabric, then cutting out the pieces onto interfacing all the pieces that needed pieces, this being like the waistband. I then ironed on the fusible interfacing onto said pieces that were cut out of the same pattern but in fabric form. Also, something of note, just before we fully get into it, is the fact that, as I said, I got these patterns from Bootstrap Fashion. They give you a guide on how to sew things, and oh my god, could I not understand the guide. I don't know why, my brain just wasn't fucking working and I couldn't understand what they were trying to get me to do mentally. So I had a couple times where I just had to stop, reread, and then ask my mum for help, and then when she explained it, it made so much sense and was the simplest task. For example, you'll see later, the waistband. I just couldn't do the waistband. So I was just sort of sat there waiting for 2 days, trying to figure out this waistband before I asked my mum for help. And she's like, oh, just do this. And it suddenly made sense. Yeah, and I bounced between different parts of the pants as well, because I was also expecting to do a shirt. Anyway, darting. So I had to pull out the actual pattern piece to know where the darts were for these pants. The darting was to make knees for the pants. There's also like 2 front facing tabs for the pants, so I had to dart them, hem around the edges of the entire pattern piece, that being the cutout piece of fabric, and then sew them together to make the front panel of the pants. And I had to do that twice, meaning I had to dart 4 separate pieces and sew them together to make 2 separate pieces. And something you'll note on the early times of me doing the front of the pants is that, compared to the end of the front of the pants, is that I have a decorative red line of sewing down the front. This is a specific type of seam. I did it decoratively, and I did it much later in the process after I'd finished the front side of the pants. I think I actually did this after the pockets, which you'll see now, which is one of the many elements that I couldn't fucking understand from the instructions. As you can see, out of the things that are highlighted, the pocket lining thing is there, and I couldn't understand what they were getting me to do. So I kind of just had to figure it out and wing it, and I did that with the inner pocket. Now, I probably should have had some sort of interfacing for the inner pocket because it is very weak since I used fat quartz for the inner lining, and I sewed that directly onto the pants. I also, after every single step, made sure to press my seams. This highlighted in the fact that I pressed the pockets flat. I don't particularly need to do that, but I did that. Speaking of pockets, this is my test swatch that I did. Obviously it's not perfect. I am going to keep these raw edges just because it gives more of a punk rock aesthetic. I am going to have 2 outwardly red pockets, and then obviously 1 outwardly navy with a red pocket top, and that's how that's going to work out. But I'm also going to have the solid red pocket, which is the smaller pocket, as well as a red pocket with a navy top, and to finally make it Scorpio season, a big Scorpio emblem that I picked up a while back. I'm going to have to, because this is iron-on, you can see the glue on the back. I'm going to have to iron this on, and then I'm going to sew around in a circle before I do anything else, but I'm going to iron down and then do exactly what I did for this with this, and do it for all 3 of the pockets. I'm going to do all that with these 3. I think this is going to be pretty cool. This will be done first because I do have to iron this on, then I'll do the other stuff. This pocket is flat, and the design that the actual pants pattern has given me has told me to add a lining. I'm not ready for that, especially if I want to do this within a week. And this is like day 3 of me doing this. only because day 2 I went somewhere and I didn't expect to go somewhere, so I'm almost finished. I just need to do the pockets, the zipper, and then the back, and I'll do the hem and all that sort of shit. Oh, and the waistband. Zipper, waistband, and sewing, like the sewing the rest of the pants is fine. It's just the zipper and the waistband that I need to. And once all that's done, I'm going to add these. I'm gonna add these to just add to the aesthetic. I did want to add these buckles, which I might just add to the top instead, along with this zipper. And yes, it's gonna be a blue zipper. All the other zippers I have are like, I'm going to have this at the very top with the waistband and this for the fly zipper, obviously. But I wanted to add this here and like have it go down like this. Only, unless I did this type of pocket backwards, that wouldn't really work, because I could do it there like that, but then that doesn't look the greatest. So for hardware, for the pants, I'm going to do these big safety pins. I'm not going to do the little ones. I just put this here to see like what the difference would be between the little safety pins and big safety pins. Big safety pins for the win. Obviously I'm not gonna like snap them down or like put hot glue to keep them secure, because this is a pocket, it's supposed to lift up. I'm only really gonna have it for looks and maybe a little bit of security depending on what I put in here. They're not gonna stay in 24/7, but I thought this would be just a little fun little add-on to have there. So yeah, I do intend on putting like chains and hardware onto the pants. Like I have these heart key rings. I'm gonna make a chain with these, or I'm gonna add a chain to these and add like some like jewel detailing and stuff like that, and so that can be added onto the pants. And I'm also gonna have these key rings. I would say they're jump rings, but they're actually like actual key rings. So I'm gonna put these directly onto the pants and then have them as stuff that I can put this sort of stuff on. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that now. So yes, now was the cargo pocket portion. Now this part I was bouncing between different parts of the pants because I did have to do the actual like cargo pockets. However, when placing the cargo pockets, realized that I kind of needed the back of the pants to be attached to the pants, or the front of the pants, should I say, which I did in a completely backwards way. Usually, you would sew the back panels together via the area or the seam that's supposed to be up your butt crack. I sewed the side seams together first so I could get the actual cargo pocket on, and that's what I mean by I bounced between doing the front and the back, because I sewed together the sides before I sewed together the back, making it just a little bit more difficult to sew the actual back together and sew the inner seam or the inline of the pants. So I pretty much folded, pressed, and like sewed together the front patches of the cargo pockets. I then sewed them. I already said that. I sewed them to the pants. After sewing the front panel and back panel together of each leg, not front panel and back panel of the entire pants, making the pants whole. No. Just the front panel and the back panel of the side legs. I didn't sew the inner seam of the pant legs. I didn't do that. Then was the fact that I had to I ironed on a Scorpio patch that after about 12 hours was starting to peel off, so I had to sew around the Scorpio patch. And at that point, the Scorpio patch was already attached to the pocket, which was already attached to the pants. So I had to be really careful in sewing around the goddamn patch. It is after this that I actually sewed the butt of the fucking pants, and made sure that the butt actually, like, was a butt.
And that, after that, is when I sewed the inner seam of the pants in just one straight line, and it was so fucking satisfying. Then I pressed the seams again with my iron. Now, there is absolutely no footage of me doing this because I had to figure it out from scratch because again, instructions for the pants was so confusing. I didn't understand what they were asking of me. So, the fly was supposed to be done semi before the, pants were supposed to be sewn together from what I can understand. But at the same time, they weren't, because, I don't know what sewing instruction number 6 was trying to get me to do. It looks like it was trying to get me to do the pockets, but it never said the word pocket. Oh, no, it does. It does say place pocket marks. But I didn't read that because I couldn't read past place flap pieces right sides together and stitch along outer edges. What the fuck does that mean? I don't understand. Then was 7, which is stitch hems and center seams to front and back, stitch inseams and finish. Now, inseams probably gives you the impression that it should be the inseams of the pants. Well, I didn't know what that meant because I was still trying to mentally figure out what sewing instruction number 6 was, because they're really vague in how they label the pattern pieces. I would label the pattern pieces pants, 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 for the actual big pants part, and then the, pockets, cargo pockets, not piece or flap or anything like that. So it really confused the shit out of me. Then was number 8, which seems to be the actual fly. Now, I did not do the fly/zipper because I didn't realize I needed a fly/zipper in these pants. So when I figured out I needed a fly/zipper in my pants, I had to turn to YouTube. I just couldn't understand what these sewing instructions were giving me, and I just stopped listening to them. So I was just thoroughly confused after instruction number 6. So, no footage of the fly was done, but I do have a little bit of a pants work in progress shot from when I finished the zip. I do need to adjust. Clearly, I need to adjust the zip. First of all, I did the zip. Don't ask me how I did the zip. There we go. It's open. Okay. A little bit tight in the pussy area. I do need to hem these a little bit, and obviously the waistband. My alarm stopped my recording. Anyway, these are the pants thus far. Honestly, they look fucking fantastic. Yes, I'm well aware that the zipper is too high. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have it here, like this. Then the waistband's going to go over the top. And I'm going to have this clipped over the top of it, or something along those lines to keep it secure. That is the plan thus far. I need to hem these bastards. I'm going to do that next. And then I can work on whatever the fuck the waistband is. Again, the crotch is not very flattering. I think that's just a me thing, not going to lie. Okay, so I know the blue hasn't faded from my hair. However, with how hard, the pink obliterated the purple last time, I think I'll try to dye my hair red. It's this section's not going down anytime soon, whereas this section and this section are nearly blonde. You can't really see it on camera, but it's nearly blonde around there a little bit. Just because I kind of want to change a little bit. Also because it will totally fit with my fucking outfit. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that, and hopefully, I still haven't gotten this call from this, what's it called, job interview thing, so I will be waiting around for that most of the day, though I will film some short segments of me finishing my pants, which is just the waistband at this point. Now we have the waistband and the accessories. Because mentally I could not stand the instructions, I was so confused. Again, I was waiting for a phone call, so I was already stressed and confused. Not a good combination. So I'm sitting here, completely stressed, completely confused, and I ask Mum how to do the waistband because the waistband had interfacing in it and I didn't know how to do it. Easy thing. Sew the two good sides together on one edge, and this edge is supposed to be the edge that you see for the pants. You fold that over and you press the seams, otherwise you will not have enough fabric on one side of the waistband than the other. I know what I'm saying sounds convoluted, but trust me, that's what you do. The thing that genuinely made me so confused was the fact that the waistband was cut into 3 when it really didn't need to be. Easy fix, just sew together the 3 pieces. Just make sure that you sewn along the right sides, because I sewed along the wrong sides for one of the edges of the waistband and had to remake the waistband and cut out a different piece of interfacing, which really frustrates me. So I had to do that, and I'm not happy, Jen. Not happy, Jen! So this is the mostly finished pants. Obviously, as you can tell, the waistband is a little loose. That's supposed to happen. I want it to be a little bit loose in case I gain some weight, right? Around here is a little bit, like, thing. I'm going to be adding this as a little bit of hardware, and I think I'm going to keep the edges raw to like give it a little bit of punk rock look. What I will be doing though is I am going to be adding some belt loops wherever I put my fabric for it. Okay, where the fuck did I actually put the fabric for it? I have this spare fabric that I didn't use, but where's my actual fabric? I'm going to turn these into belt loops. Oh. I'm gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 at the back, so 5, so I need to make 3 more of these. So first thing that's gonna be done, going to hem this down to make it fit in with the rest in line with that. So yeah, that's gonna be sewn over. Then I'm gonna sew over these. Will these stay here? Maybe, actually. I do actually like how these look here. But to cinch it in properly again, I'm going to be doing 2 extra things on the side, and it's going to be 4 of these, 2 on one side, 2 on the other, that I can like take in and out, because again, I'm putting belt loops in. And this is mainly sort of the decorative stage. I do need to fix up. There's a hole in the pocket here, like right here, about here, that I need to fix, which I have to hand stitch, which I'll do last. Hello, cats! Have you made an appearance for me? Hello, ma'am! Look how cute you are. Hold on. Let's tilt this upwards a bit. I also have done my hair. I have very mixed feelings about it. Oh yes. 5 belt loops. Going to actually cinch it in with these at the end for some decorativeness. Ooh, bending over showed almost all of my ass. Went down to here. The next thing that I did sew, that I did film, was the belt loops. Why the belt loops? I don't know. Why do I have the most footage of the belt loops? I don't know. But we have it. I also sewed that piece of like clip to the front of the pants, and I didn't realize this at the fucking time. But if I wear a belt with these goddamn pants, which I kind of need to do because they are slightly too baggy around my waist, is that the belt buckle would cover the goddamn hardware on the front. Now, how I added that and the like loops to the pants is pretty much the exact same way. And by that, I mean the rings. Pretty much I sewed a piece of fabric or looped a piece of fabric around the rings of the clip, then sewed the loop that's around the ring shut. That's pretty much it. And then sewed that loop to the front of the pants. I purposely left it looking a little bit just iffy for aesthetic purposes. Really, really mad that, you know, I didn't think about the whole belt situation. And here is the pants. I think they're really good. I tried styling them with some bobby pins. Not bobby pins, they're not bobby pins, safety pins, they're safety pins. Tried styling them with some safety pins because I thought that was cool. Going to be styling them at the end of this video, but these are the completed pants in all their glory. They do need a little bit of an iron for the pockets again, but otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much all of the sewing portion of this video. I was, once again, going to do a shirt, but because of the short time frame that I have and me having something to do on the 16th and the 17th, I can't particularly make a shirt in less than 2 days. I'm just going to be styling these pants now that they are done. So the styling portion. Now, I was going to do stuff that day, so I wasn't really paying attention to actually narrating what I was thinking of, but I styled my pants with a blue and red striped cropped mock neck. I think that's what it is. It's probably one of my favorite pieces to put under things, so I put it under this Tomie shirt. I actually changed this to a axolotl shirt that is like a witch axolotl thing. I also had witch earrings that I don't show in this footage. I also put on a belt that I got from Yes Style with a chain that I got from Yes Style and a chain that I made myself, which is pretty much just a piece of chain from Spotlight with the heart jump rings that I mentioned earlier. Then for the shoe situation, I had to choose between Converse with a slight platform to it and actual platforms that I got from Dollskill before I realized Dollskill was a crappy brand. When going out and actually testing this, the thing that I actually found a lot was the waistband was falling. It was falling a lot, a lot. I probably need to, now that I've actually worn it out, put a button for the part of the waistband that is going under the zipper, just so that it stays in place because it kept falling. And for some reason with the actual belts, it when I had a belt on, it just wouldn't stay. It was just constantly moving, probably because the waist is slightly too big for me, but I don't really know how to fix that because it needs to be big enough to fit my ass into. So I'm kind of just at a point where I'm just okay, I need adjusters, I need to add a clip for the pants itself. But that's really it. That's the only thing that really bothers me with these pants. The pants with heels, I cannot bend down in. I absolutely cannot, because for half the day I walked in heels with those pants, and the other half of the day I used my Converse, and I just could not bend down with the heels. I could only just bend down with the Converse. It's because the front of the pants are really restricting, and I don't really know how to fix that. It's similar to when you wear new jeans for the first time, so hopefully that will change in the future. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching this year's edition of Scorpio season. I don't know what I'm doing next year. Maybe I'll make a top to go with the pants next year, though I am still making the top that I was thinking about at the start of this project. That won't be for Scorpio season next year, hopefully. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all on Wednesday. Bye!